what's going on today. We are excited to have Woody in the house. Man, we love having him, great guest. We're gonna do a steak breakfast sandwich for you. Really good hashed potatoes to go with it. It's gonna be a great dish, gonna be a great show. You guys come on in for the ride. Woody is over here waiting on us. Let's get busy. This is Cooking Today. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Thank you so much. Our buddy Woody is in the house.
Good to see you, Chef.
How you doing, man?
Very good, thank you.
Glad you're here.
Thank you, glad to be here. It's exciting every time.
What are we gonna do today?
Well, you know, lots of times I wake up early in the morning before my whole family does, and I like to go make breakfast. And it's kind of the lab, you know, I can experiment, do whatever, everybody's asleep, nobody's really waiting on me. So I've kind of been working at a steak sandwich for breakfast. You know, we're going to cook a steak, we're going to cut it up, we're going to put it on a piece of garlic bread and then tomatoes. It's going to be awesome. Finish it with blue cheese. You're going to love it. And then we're going to do some hash.
Cool.
So
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. This is going to be great. We're going to vary it up. So
yes.
Yeah, we got to get the potatoes boiling.
Cooking, okay. And we decided that we were going to do cubes, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
That just makes it meatier, a little more to bite into. You can still get the crunch when you fry it off, when you finish up frying it, but the cubes give you a little more to bite into.
What I like to do is just cut it into little cubes like that. So what I do, my cubes have almost a triangle look to them, and I'll show you. I'll cut it in half, and then I'll find about midway of that half and cut it at an angle in towards the middle.
Almost like you're cutting a lime or a lemon?
Or a steak fry.
Yeah,
yes.
all right.
And we're cubing up our steak fry. So, again, cut that bad boy in half, cut it in half again, and each half in half the long ways, and then our cubes. This is just for cook time, really.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, you know, we could bake these off and it do the same job, but I like to just get them right into the water. Once they're done, we can turn them into our hash pretty quickly.
And you have options here. I know for me, a lot of times, I'll have, if I'm going to make baked potatoes with, say, a steak or something, I'll go ahead and bake a lot of potatoes.
Yeah.
And then peel them, and I can shred them. I can do anything I want with those leftover potatoes that are already cooked off.
Absolutely. Potato salad always works good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all the taters are in. I suggest we salt that water and let it come back up to a boil. Just like that.
All right.
Okay, so what do we want to do now? Get that steak going?
Yes, sir. What you
Okay.
got for us?
Well, the tri-tip. I thought we'd use this for the steak today. It's inexpensive, folks, and it gives you an opportunity to have a real nice piece, and that won't cost you a whole lot of money. I mean, we're doing a breakfast sandwich, so to use a strip steak, you know, a little expensive.
Or a fillet, you know.
A little expensive, but, you know, it's a triangle piece of the butt. And so what I want to do here...
Way to sell it.
Yeah.
Everybody, I want to get me a triangle piece of the butt here. Thank you.
Absolutely. Take that fat cap and just start to remove it. We want to go down to the red part of the meat, to the flesh. If you wanted to do this as just like the roast, or you know,
right,
you would sear it off in a pan, start to break down some of this fat, and that way you'd have that oil, that love in your pan. But for the breakfast sandwich, we're using butter for that, so we're really not needing any of this fat. We want to just clear it away. We also want that silver skin to go away as well, because we're not wanting to try and digest that.
And it's not science. You just take it off of there.
Yeah,
just lop it off.
Yeah, it comes right off. And the trick to all of it is so you can get down to where you can see the grains. Okay, you see the grains, how they run this way along the meat. So what we want to take this little end off right here, because the grains go in a little bit different direction. This end over here, we want to do the same thing. There's a little bit of fat in there, and we want to just make sure we have the good portion. So I got a little fat right here I want to deal with, Woody. That right there. Maybe a little bit of that. See, if you just use your hands.
I don't ever want you to deal with me, because that means something's getting cut off. I'm going to deal with this. Don't deal with me.
So the grains, they're going this
Right.
way, okay? We want to make sure that our steak is nice and tender for our sandwich. We're going to go across that grain and cut our pieces of steak for our sandwich. And I'm going to keep them relatively thin so that they'll be good eating. They're going to go in a pan. It's going to be delicious. This is a good cut, and you can see the good marbling in there.
And we're not going to have to cook that but like a minute per side. It'll be really, really fast and easy.
Really fast and easy. And you can cut these as thick or as thin as you want them. It is just totally up to you. That is a beautiful thing. You guys, when we come back, we are going to continue on with our steak. We're going to season these guys up, and we might have them in the pan. We'll show you everything that we can. It's going to be a great little episode. I cannot wait to get to eating, buddy.
I can't either. This is looking great.
Looking forward to that sandwich. Y'all come back with us now. This is Cooking Today. Okay, we are ready to rock. We're going to continue on, and we are using one of Woody's favorite Weber blends.
I love this. It's Weber's Steak and Chop Seasoning. It's super simple, and it creates a great crust on the meat itself. You get it on there nice and liberal. You don't have to take it easy. It doesn't overpower anything. It just makes it perfect.
Yes, really a good product. They do a good job with this. It's been one of our favorites. You know, my wife has been doing really good with cooking, really getting into it, and this product has been one that she has gone to.
Super versatile.
Super versatile.
Yep.
Yeah, she's tried it with a lot of different things, and my favorite has been with the butter and the steak. It's been real good, real good. So we got these guys all set up. You guys, you make sure that you give your steak a dusting. You noticed I didn't play around with it. I gave it a bunch of love. Make sure you give it a nice dusting. We talk about that a lot on the show.
And get your pan hot.
Make sure
that pan needs to be hot.
Smoking.
Yep.
Smoking hot. And so, Woody, I'm going to trade with you here.
Okay.
I'm going to give you this. Put it right here close to your pan there. And I will grab this guy right here. Let me clean my knife real fast. Just give her a quick wash.
While he's working on that, I'm also going to melt some butter, because we're going to be using some butter later. Butter makes everything better because it's butter.
It really does. It really does. Look at that pan smoking there.
Yep, it's smoking. That oil's really hot, so we're going to start adding pieces of steak.
And there is tongs in the drawer right beside you, Woody. And I'm going to go ahead and get some bacon going for our hash. Get a little work done for the hash part of the dish. A good sandwich, you got to have a good side dish, and the hash is going to make us a great side. And I like to dice the bacon real similar to the potato, about that size anyway. Just stack them up, and you can do the entire stack at once in just a few chops. And that's going to be plenty right there. We'll also take one yellow onion, medium-sized yellow onion, depending on what you like. Just give it a nice cube as well. So we like to take the ends off, cut that bad boy in half, just get it cleaned up. Part of doing onions. Crying is part of doing onions too.
It's part of marriage as well,
Yeah.
I've learned.
Yeah, it is. It is. So we'll give it a good dice. Just one time in half across the onion, and then just a few little cuts. We really want this to be good size. So something about like that will work really good. And this is going to be for our hash right here. So we also probably going to grab some parsley out of the fridge there. Woody, excuse me, sir.
You got me dancing, Chef.
Sorry, buddy. Let's see.
And really, I'm just really quickly cooking this steak. It's 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes per side. We're just getting it brown. It's going to be absolutely delicious on this sandwich.
Man, that looks great. It smells really, really good. So we got a little rosemary here, right off the plant. A little fresh thyme we'll use. I didn't have any parsley.
What?
Me, not having any parsley. Can you believe it?
I'm kind of embarrassed for you, you know.
It'll be okay. We got some good herbs here. We got some good ones. And so we need some blue cheese also for that.
Yeah, we're gonna finish
use
with
that,
blue cheese.
Finish that with blue cheese, okay. That's great. So just a little chop on our nice herbs here. This is just gonna add some flavor, a little bit of love to our hash. Just like that. And those look good.
Steak pieces are looking about done. I'm going to pull those out onto this plate.
Sounds good. Let me grab a pair myself. In fact, I want to use this guy. We want to make sure our potatoes are doing good, and they are right there. So when you're testing your potatoes to find out if they're ready to be browned off on the stovetop, what you do, find the biggest one you got in there. Kind of feel around. Look, search out those big ones. If your knife goes right through it and it holds on to it like that, and it's a real slip off, you know that it's ready to go. So these guys are done. And that didn't take us very long at all to get our taters where we wanted them so we can make a good hash out of them to go with our sandwich.
No, in fact, we're about 10 minutes in, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be real, real good. And I'm going to get these drained real fast so that we can cook them again. Just like this. Just be real careful when you're going over to your sink to get them drained. Try not to get yourself burned, but you just want to get all the water off of them you can get. They're going to be delicious, you guys. When we get back, we are going to just finish up our sandwich for you. We're going to finish our hash and show you what a beautiful breakfast sandwich turns out like. We might even have an egg to go on top out here.
We got an egg.
It's going to be good. Y'all stick around. This is Cooking Today. Welcome back, folks. We are rock and roll. It smells really good in the kitchen right now, and we're trying to finish up our dish. So I am finishing up the hash. I've got my bacon all cooked, and you can see how rendered the fat is. I'm going to add the onions right to it. Woody, what do you got going on over there?
Well, we melted that stick of butter, and then we put in some garlic, a couple of cloves of garlic chopped up real good.
And that's what smells so good in here.
Yeah, I'm just going to butter the bread up, put it in a hot pan. We just want to toast it. One side is fine.
Add our potatoes right into the mix here for our hash.
Well, I don't mind telling you that melted butter is hot as
It is.
fire on your hand.
It is hot.
Woohoo!
That's why you got to be careful in the kitchen.
I pretty much burn myself every time I visit you, Chef.
Every time you come here, you do get a little scar.
I get a little nervous, my hands get shaky, boom, burns happen.
You've been here a billion times. It's like being on the radio. It should be old hat for you, man.
It's in the presence of greatness, sir. I just tend to shake.
My God, my producer is the man, isn't he?
Indeed he is. Jeremy's got it going on.
A little bit of salt. So I like to do probably 3 rounds right here on the salt, especially if I'm using a grinder like this. So around the horn 3 times, just so I get it seasoned really good. Same thing with the black pepper. We'll just cut it in half though. So 2 times around the horn. just so we know we got it seasoned up real good. I'm gonna also add to that, I'm gonna sneak behind you, Woody. I wanna add to that some crushed red pepper flake just to give my potatoes a little bit of love. Gotta have a little bit of bite to them. Mix them up. Our hash is ready to go. It's just gotta come together. We gotta get a little bit of that bacon fat on each one of the potatoes. But that is looking beautiful right there.
And our bread's almost done. We'll finish that with an egg, so I'm about to cook the egg.
I got some right over here.
I can probably even dump a little bit of that butter out, although that kind of hurts my soul a little bit.
I got you, buddy.
Oh, look at you. Waste not, want not,
buddy.
chef.
Just like that. So, a couple eggs?
Couple eggs. We'll just do them over medium.
You got it. Yeah, just put it in that pan right there. There you go. Here you go.
Thank you, sir. Frying eggs in garlic butter. You're winning. You're just winning.
You really are. You cannot lose.
Nope, I broke a yolk. It's not going to be a big deal. Because we're going to put it on a sandwich
Yeah, it's
anyway.
going on a sandwich, so it'll be fine. And look at that hash. Our taters are already done. They were a little underdone. And this process just finished them. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
I'm going to start building sandwiches, and we got a little arugula, a little lettuce mix here.
Ozark All Seasons. Thank you so much, Val and Jana. Ozark All Seasons, they do a great job with the hydroponic lettuce. It's a mix of bib lettuce, certain kinds of bib lettuce.
Really, really good looking stuff.
Yeah, they do.
You want to flip those eggs for me, Chef?
And this is one of my favorite things in the world, too. Everybody always talks about how do you flip those eggs, and man, you just got to get the tops cooking, and you really want to keep it away from everybody that's around you, but just make sure your eggs will move around the pan, and I'm going to just throw them out and back, and they're over.
Oh, look at that. That's just beautiful.
Beautiful brown color we got out of that. That is perfect, man. That is perfect.
And
so we got some heirloom tomatoes along with that beautiful lettuce.
Put our steak on there.
Nice piece of tri-tip. And they've rested. They've had plenty of time.
And I cook steak rare. I mean, that's just the way I do it.
That's okay.
It's going to be red.
I'm good with that. Let me grab a plate for our hash.
And we are also going to just finish with just a couple crumbles of blue cheese. Just an extra little bit of flavor on there.
Look at that. Look at that right there.
Eggs done.
Our hash is done. You know, we sure do bring a meal together, don't we?
You usually do. I usually stand over here shaking.
We bring a meal together, sir. I'm telling you.
So if you want to cut that egg in half.
Take that egg right out of there. Cut it right across the way, just like that.
Make sure the blue cheese is good. Quality control is important.
Egg on half. Egg on a half right there, sir.
And when you cook with a chef, like Chef Brooks, you let Chef Brooks plate your food.
It's beautiful.
So here you go.
I like it. Woody, what I'm going to do, just show them off, just like this.
Oh, look at that.
Just like this. We'll show our guys. Look at this beautiful steak breakfast sandwich and the beautiful potato hash to go with it. You know you're the man, right?
No, you're the man.
You know you're the man,
I'm in the
right?
presence of the man.
Man crush right here. Man
I would have never
crush.
said that ever.
This is cooking today.